Hi guys, MidiPlays here, bringing you another Clash Royale video. So today what I thought I'd do is go through all the new stuff in the game that has been added literally today on News Royale. So first of all, we've got the double Elixir draft challenge. Now it's going to be one free entry and is, I'm presuming, 100 gem entry. It might be 50, it would be good if it was only 50, but I'm guessing it will be 100 because they are pretty massive prizes. And it's pretty much exactly the same as what it was before, except now the main changes are: 1, there's only 9 wins to get instead of 12, and 2, the rewards are massively below what they were before. So if you guys remember, it was 4, 8, 16, 32 and 64,000 gold, plus the 11,000 you'd get in the chest, which equaled 155k. Now this time it's 1,500 at only 1 win. Yes, you only need 1 win to get a one-time reward this time. Last time it was 5, I believe, to get a one-time reward. But this time it's a lot more easy to get anything decent. So 1 win, and then after that, every other 2 wins, every next 2 wins, sorry. And it would double it would just double the prize. So 1,500, 3k, 6k, 12k, and 24,000, which adds up to a total of 46,500. And then you also end up with 5,750 there, which ends up giving you, hold on, I'm getting the calculator up because I'm not working this out by myself. So 1,500 plus 3k plus 6k plus 12k and plus the 9 win prize. I was going to say 24, but no, it isn't. And you get 46,500. But then if you add the 9 win chest, which is half of a grand challenge, you're going to end up with 5,750 extra, which is 52,250 gold. Now, if you guys remember last time, I got 9 wins and I ended up with less gold than this. I only ended up with, I think it was 28,000. But if I got 9 wins this time, I'd end up with 52,250. So even though the prizes were bigger last time, this challenge would actually be better for the majority of the players. Now, the guaranteed prize is also half a grand challenge. So even if you just literally use your free entry and just do nothing, you'll get 700 gold and 10 cards just for participating. Now, you're also going to end up with 265 cards from a 9-win chest, so a pretty good challenge right there. It is also in friendly battles, as you can see in the chat right here. People are doing a lot of them. People are being active again, which is obviously good for the game, because you want more actives. But yeah, next thing I wanted to announce is I actually wanted to say that 2v2 draft is confirmed now by this extremely weird thumbnail. It's because it's like a Japanese video or something, a Chinese video. Yeah, Tokyo. Pretty sure that's Japan, isn't it, right? I take geography, this is so depressing. But yeah, 2v2 draft is now literally confirmed. So yeah, 2v2 draft is confirmed, 2v2s in friendlies is confirmed. So yeah, we now know that's the thing, we now know that's coming in the next update. They confirmed that, and yeah, that is obviously something to look forward to in the game. Now, also 2v2 draft and 2v2 normal mode will both be in friendly battles because as I saw, or at least I'm guessing, because as I saw on the video, because I ended up watching part 1 because I was depressed, but yeah, I'm just kidding. I ended up watching part 1 and it was, they actually said that it's coming in the next update, and also when they were playing 2v2 draft in a friendly battle, so that just proves that it is potentially coming. Unless they were like spectating or something, maybe there was a challenge in the dev build or something. But even then, that would still be pretty cool. Next, there's not actually 8 balance changes here. Now it looks like there is, but there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 balance changes, including this one which has 3 cards. I literally can't talk. But yeah, this one has 3 cards here, with always spells on it. So, you know, obviously they're all counting as separate ones. So balance changes are coming on the 12th of June. Now that is on Monday. Again, usually released on a Monday. Usually the balance changes are released on a Monday. But yeah, the way they approach Clash Royale, card balancing, blah 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 blah, blah. There's the OJ video there if you guys want to watch it. I'll probably put a link in the description. But yeah, here's the stuff here. So Night Witch spawns 3 bats on death instead of 4. Bat spawn speed is going to be 6 seconds instead of 5, and the initial bats spawn slower. So that is obviously going to be a massive nerf to the Night Witch. Obviously, with the massive popularity of it, like literally it needed a nerf. Literally needed one. But yeah, I kind of want to look at the descriptions of this. So I am going to go on News Royale, or ClashRoyale.com, sorry, and see if it's on there. Because I kind of want to see the descriptions for this. There isn't any. Damn it. Alright, I mean, there could be on the forums. But yeah. So, we have got, the next balance change after the Night Witch, which, I mean, the Night Witch one is pretty massive, because, you know, it is, actually, you know what I'm gonna do here? I'm gonna show some friendly battles. I'm gonna show some friendly battles and put the, ClashRoyale.com on the screen instead. So let me just add a window capture here, and just do that, and then end up doing this and this right here. So as you can see, well, apparently that went off the screen then. So so if I'm going to move this over to here, then you guys can see the whole, or pretty much the whole box right there. So Night Witch, bam, there we go. Right there, Night Witch is there. So I'm gonna reveal that on the screen, and yeah, that is gonna be good right there. So first one is Night Witch. The second one is gonna be Tornado, Poison, and Heal, which is really interesting to see all 3 of those in one balance change. Now, multiple of the same spell stack, which is really weird. So a double poison actually doesn't stack, which is really, really weird. I thought that did that. I really thought they stacked. Same with Tornado. I mean, you wouldn't really notice it, but obviously with Tornado, I mean, you can't really tell because you can't pull a troop 2 ways. Like, that's not really going to work very well. But, you know, obviously it is now, but, you know, it probably won't work very well in a strategy because there's 7 Elixir, and obviously not going to be very effective. Now, the Tornado, to counteract this this buff, because Tornado definitely does not need a buff right now. Tornado is very good at activating your King Tower. But yeah, as you can see, it's amazing Hog Poison push here. But yeah, the 2v2 double Elixir draft, man. Oh, sorry, 2v2 draft. Wait, no, it's just a double Elixir draft. Yeah, that's what it is. I got there in the end, guys. But yeah. To counteract Tornado's buff, it's also going to get a nerf of half a second, so it's going to go down to 2.5 seconds from 3. Now, that's not really going to be very effective. It's not really going to change much, but then again, neither is Tornado's being able to stack. That's not really going to change much either, but they decided to add it in there along with the other spells because, you know what, why not? Next one is going to be the log. Range from 11.6 to 11.1. They said they were going to do this last balance change, but because there was a bug with the log in its range anyway, they decided not to do it that round of balance changes or something like that, along those lines. But now they have still decided to do this balance change, but again, yeah, it's exactly what they said it was going to be at the start, which is half a tile down in terms of range. Probably not going to affect much. The only thing it really will affect off the top of my head is if you're logging a Goblin Barrel and a Princess, it will end up not being able to take out the Goblin Barrel and the Princess. It will only be able to take out the Goblin Barrel. Obviously, if you want to take out the Princess as well, you're only going to be able to hit, well, actually 0 goblins. You won't be able to hit any of them, which is actually a really, really big buff to log bait, if you think about it. Because it does happen a lot that you can easily log the, Princess and the Goblin Barrel in one shot. Obviously, for 2 Elixir, that is a lot of value for 6. Even if you are getting rid of the Goblin Barrel or the Princess, though, it's still a positive Elixir trade +1. Obviously, not going to help as much. Instead of a +4, it's going to just be a +1 Elixir trade. Still a good trade, but not really good enough against log bait users, at least. So next is going to be Goblin Gang. Now I knew this was coming. I knew Goblin Gang was going to get nerfed. I mean, come on. Goblin Gang is one of the most used cards right now. Literally, it is. Like, the stats prove it. Everything proves it. Like, even if you just played the game, then you would know that, like, Goblin Gang is an extremely powerful card right now. Extremely overused. Even more than, like, something like E-Barbs or something like that. I'm pretty sure Goblin Gang's in the top 10 used cards right now in the game. So yeah, obviously pretty good right there. But yeah, next we're gonna move on to well, actually no, I didn't even say it. But yeah, Spear Goblins are gonna go down to 2 instead of 3. Instead of 3 Spear Goblins, there's going to be 3 normal Goblins, but instead 2 Spear Goblins. Now it's still going to be worth it because you're only going to need to carry one card instead of Goblins and Spear Goblins in your deck. And it's also going to cost 1 less Elixir, but at the cost of 1 Spear Goblin. Not too much of a difference, but it is a buff to Lava Loon. I don't know what Supercell are thinking, but they're buffing all the meta decks right here. I don't know why they are doing this. But, you know, you can ask them if you really want. Next one is going to be Skeletons. Now, again, why are they doing this? They've only just nerfed them, and now they're buffing them, and now they're nerfing them again. Because they can't make their mind up. Like, I don't blame them, but Skeletons will never be balanced. They will never be a balanced card. That is the truth. Because, literally, oh my goodness, double minion horde. But, wow, the tornado. Maybe if you mirror your tornado, it will stack. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, yeah, like Skeletons are either too much of a positive Elixir trade or not enough, because right now they're too much, and after this nerf, they're not going to be enough at all. Literally, like, they're going to do nothing, which is really annoying, because Skeletons, you can't really adapt to them, because, like, you're having to change up your deck every couple of months at least, to adapt to either Skeletons being really good or Skeletons being really bad, which is obviously not helpful as a Skeleton user, which is gonna attract get rid of a lot of people from using them. Which I don't know if that's their aim or whatever, but you know, Skeletons are really powerful. If they are, oh my goodness, half of that just got poisoned. But yeah, Skeletons are either extremely powerful or extremely underpowered. Next is the Bandit though. HP plus 4%, the generic buff right there, plus 4, plus 3-ish%. The rocket missed, by the way. The Chief Bat rocket. But yeah, there was no way of hitting all that, by the way. But yeah, 3 Muskies in the pocket, that's going to be able to get it. And yeah, so yeah, Bandit, HP plus 4%, not going to make much of a difference, but just proving that, you know, they acknowledge that it is underpowered at the moment. I've seen a couple of people use it. I've seen someone in the clan use it. If you guys know Connor from a couple of episodes ago, he was using, he's now using Bandit, pretty much a variant of my deck, but yeah, he's using Bandit instead, and it really does work pretty well. Now, with extra 4% health, it's going to get to the tower even easier now. Going to be able to use that deck even more now. Hopefully, you'll be able to get to Arena 11, but you know, with that now. And also, the dash is also going to initiate quicker. It only specifies that. It doesn't specify anything else. That is literally it. But yeah, dash initiates quicker. That's definitely going to make it more of a legendary type of card, like legendary status. It already is, because it's such a unique card, but I feel like now is going to be much more of a deadly card. A lot more people will use it. I might start using it, but I doubt it, still in my deck at least. Next is the Inferno Dragon, HP plus 7%. Now, they said they're not going to touch Sparky in a while, but they didn't say they're not going to touch Inferno Dragon, but Inferno Dragon's never really going to be good in this meta. If E-Wiz and cards that stun, like Lightning, E-Wiz, and Zap, are the 3 stun cards at the moment, if they remain popular, and even Freeze and Ice Spirit completely freeze the card, so that even resets the stun there. But yeah, as long as cards like that stay popular, Sparky will never be good, and same with Inferno Dragon. But obviously they're having to really try and buff it in a way, but I don't think it's really going to work very well. Also, he just stood so long there that he got double giant down. but yeah, so yeah, Inferno Dragon is also going to retarget stuff 0.2 seconds quicker. That doesn't seem like a lot, but in terms of, like, say there was 3 skeletons instead of 4, now there's 3. Say someone used 1 Elixir skeletons to stop them, and they ended up being able to retarget 0.2 seconds quicker on every single target. Now that's 0.6 seconds. That is 0.6 seconds saved. Now that could be the difference between a win and a loss with Inferno Dragon. Like, 0.6 seconds is massive if you can get it to the tower on its peak damage. If you can get it to the tower on that DPS, then they're dead. They're literally dead, no questions asked. But obviously, I don't think this is going to be a game changer, though. Next is going to be the Witch. HP plus 5%, again, generic buff. Area damage radius plus 10%. That's sort of a buff that doesn't really affect much at all. They usually do something more of a bigger percentage. But yeah, that is why it's 10% there instead of like 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Next is spawn speed from 7 to 7 seconds from 7.5, and the initial skeletons spawn slower. So there is a massive amount of buffs there, but there is also a slight nerf in there as well. Also, that tower just picking off that furnace. But yeah, clone, faster cloning effect. Next is the no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, clone is like, seriously, like, what was the point? Like, you know it's bad, but that's not going to improve it much. That's not going to improve it. That's just it. It's not going to improve. Full stop. But you know, I don't know why they have decided to do that. They're just trolling or something, because, you know, I mean, they did take a while coming up with this anyway, though. But faster cloning effect, seriously, is it going to make a difference? Probably not. Next is going to be the battle ram. Damage that destroys the ram won't affect barbarians, because right now there is a glitch where if, say, a wizard attacks the battle ram, sometimes the barbs also get hit, which is not good, not fair, because that's not how the card works, and obviously it's going to affect a lot. Now, bats, interesting here. This is the first ever balance change that they've changed, but it isn't in the game yet. I don't get why they decided to add this in here. Maybe look like that they've been hard at work with these balance changes because they're 2 weeks late, but actually only adding a card that isn't even in the game yet seems legit. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, like, why? Why though? Why would you? Again, why would you bother? It's like clone, but instead with this, like, at least clone exists in the game. At least clone's an actual card. But yeah, faster cloning effect, not gonna make a difference. Same with the bat count, going down from 5 down to 4, because apparently the description in the dev build used to say 5 bats, and the count, the actual thing that says count, was actually only 4, which is weird. But it's interesting that they decided it to be 4 instead of 5. Yeah, really interesting change there. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. But yeah, the rest of the video is just going to be my mic on silent, just so you guys see the end of this game. Because I'm not going to leave you guys on a cliffhanger, even though, you know, I mean, it is double Elixir draft. You know, you kind of already know what's going to happen pretty much at the start. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. Like and likes, comment in the comments, subscribe, and peace. I'm going to leave you guys with the replay, and then I'm going to end the video after that.